Have you ever been into a gym and heard women or females talk about how they aren't going to lift weights today and they're just going to stick to the cardio machines because weights will make them bulky? These sort of misconceptions really need to be dealt with from a media standpoint and just as a learning tool for those same women. The biggest misconception within the fitness industry is that women will get bulky from lifting weights, and that's just not true. If you look at scientific facts, if you just read anything along the lines of trying to decipher the difference between estrogen and testosterone, it's pretty clear to see that there's not much of a stance on how women will get bulky from lifting weights. And today I'm going to try to persuade you to think a little bit differently than what the media is trying to portray to you. You've probably heard a lot of these sayings before. When I lift weights, it will make me bulky. And it's predominantly from women within the fitness community. It's a common and general misconception, and it comes from uninformed and falsely informed media. This misconception, again, located on the right, as a woman, the more I lift weights, the bulkier I'll get. Or I'll just do cardio, and that way I won't get bulky. Or it's not healthy for women to lift that heavy of weights. The misconception is the woman on this photo that is an anabolic steroid user, which means that she has altered her body using a illegal substance in such a way that she is supplementing and now risking her own health just so she can have the physique that she desires. This physique is not a natural physique, and it is the farthest thing from what women will look like that actually lift weights. And that can be depicted here. Women who actually lift weights look similar to this. On the left, Lolo Jones. She's a gold medal and Olympic athlete. And the one in the middle and the one on the right are CrossFit Games competitors and athletes. These are women at their absolute highest physical capacities, and you can tell just between their physiques and the women's physique located on the last slide that there is a huge difference in discrepancy as far as bulkiness per se. These women are all within, a very, very high standard of BMI, which is their body mass index, a very, very low amount of body fat, and a very high amount of physical fitness and preparedness. Now the facts. The facts are something that can really be misconstrued, especially depending on where you go to locate these facts. So let's break it down to a science level. Estrogen is the main component that is within women. This is a sex hormone that is released within all women, and it is a completely natural source of hormones. As it's released, it'll help develop physical characteristics amongst females, and it does not compare nearly to its male counterpart, its sex hormone called testosterone. Testosterone is a sex hormone released predominantly in men. There's a small amount of testosterone in women, but nearly 2 or 3% of what it is in males. And it helps men recruit in growth and development through those hormones. Estrogen is a metabolic hormone, which means it's released and burned, stored throughout the body to help shape features that make women who they are. However, testosterone is an anabolic hormone, which means it's released and used as a building block amongst the male. Ana means build, to build. The anatomical term for ana, is to build. It's used to develop muscle growth and increase muscular hypertrophy, which is the breakdown of muscles when you use them. So it's clear to see that estrogen amongst women is easily portrayed as some sort of steroid when it is a natural hormone. Even testosterone is a natural hormone amongst men and women, but it does not make you bulky. And the amount of the amount of testosterone that is found within women is not enough to create an anabolic response in recruitment patterns within women. Benefits for women: lose body fat. They have a decreased BMI, which is body mass index. We're always looking for, this smaller number on the scale, as well as a smaller count of body fat cells. Gain strength without bulking, and the key component here being strength. As long as women are focusing on their strength and trying to become stronger, you won't see an increased amount of bulking per se. Also, a decreased risk in osteoporosis, which is brittleness of bones, and it could be major cartilage. So an increased longevity without pain. And also a reduced risk of common day injury. This could include, picking up children or laboring children. All of these things could help increase your quality of life because you are fitter, you are stronger, you have a lower amount of body fat, and just in general, you're in better shape than someone who doesn't lift weights because they think that it'll make them bulky. Another benefit to lifting weights: burn more calories. You're going to burn more calories in 2 hours lifting weights than you would 2 hours on a cardio machine. Improve posture and reduce back pain, which is huge amongst women. You see a lot of women have reduced back pain, especially in the lower back, and that could be due to carrying objects, as far as children, lifting boxes, any sort of household chores, or anything to do with any sort of lifting at all. These women are having a tough time because they stick to the conception that if they lift weights, it'll make them bulky, but they're not preparing themselves for common day life. And it also will increase and enhance their mood and reduce their stress. The endorphins that are released while you lift weights are a good thing. They make you happy. They are overall just a better sort of response for women. And women need to make sure that you are constantly learning and becoming more knowledgeable amongst eating and lifting properly. Thank you very much, and these are my references.